called an old friend of mine from Bible college who's a pastor in the area, and I asked him, we've got about 40 or 50 kids and we need to do a mission trip. Is there anything down in Modesto that could use our help? And he said absolutely. And he made a few phone calls, and the next thing I know that we were on our bus and we were heading down here to Modesto to this church, Central Baptist Church. And that first year, the Lord sort of just connected the hearts of Pastor Wayne and myself and my other leaders that were down here with me. And so we decided from that point that we would continue to come down here as often as we could.
I wonder if I would not have quit a long time ago. I mean, there are times, Ken, when I just feel so overwhelmed, and frankly, I think back to that first time you came and how it wasn't, quote, planned. It was what I call a God thing, you know, and just the fact that there has been this ongoing relationship. What that has said to me is, well, does Morning Star Church care about me? Does Morning Star Church care about Central Baptist as a whole in this neighborhood? Well, yes, but far more profound than that is that God has used that care to say, see, Wayne, I really do care about what you're doing. I really do notice what's going on in your neighborhood, and it really has been the encouragement that I have personally needed in order to hang in there. I am profoundly grateful. I really am.
Behind me, what we've got happening here is a partnership between the church that we're serving with and the city of Modesto and the county of Modesto. And our students are just coming through and being a light to the community by cleaning up the alleys right now. So we got some weed whackers and some graffiti painters just doing what they can to serve Jesus and be a light.
So here we just have some graffiti that we're painting over with our paint here. So we're having lots of fun trying to keep the paint on the walls and not on ourselves, but it's been a good day.
We're just blessed by the hard work that they come and put into the city. And I know when they come in here every single year, I'm always amazed, you know, how much energy they have, because from the time we pick them up to the time they leave is nonstop. And they don't mind getting dirty. They don't mind getting, you know, their clothes dirty, their hands dirty, everything. I mean, just picking up all the garbage and trash through the alleys, and just, like I said, it's a blessing for us.
It's allowed us to be a witness to some of the city workers, even the grown adults that do this for a living. They come out and are amazed that high schoolers from Oregon would come and give up their week, and we're so honored to tell them it's all for the glory of Jesus Christ.
We just want to make sure that we are making an impact here in Modesto. So how has it impacted you personally?
I go home every evening and I tell my wife about what you guys are doing and how nuts you guys are and how much fun you have and how strong you are in your faith and your walk, and how any chance you get, you're talking to people about your faith and how powerful God is. It's amazing. I really enjoy it.
So we're just out here at Modesto High School. We've been coming here every day since we've been here, and we're just bringing pizza and drinks and hoping for conversations with students who are just getting out of school. Always a little nerve-wracking to bring up Jesus because there's no way to like transition into it. It's just kind of like you're talking about school and then, hey, what do you think about Jesus? There's not really like a way to transition into it, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but I really believe that the Holy Spirit is
Jesus!
I believe that the Holy Spirit is speaking through us and giving us the words to say. So thank you if you've been praying, if you're praying while we're out here, because I know that the Lord's using you guys to lift us up in prayer, because I can absolutely see that God's hand in this, and the high school students here at Modesto High, that they're receptive. I know that that's the Lord, and I know that the power of prayer is a part of that, so thanks for lifting us up. I talked with two guys yesterday and shared the gospel with them, and both of them said that they wanted to accept Christ on Thursday, tomorrow, which is kind of a strange story, but so I'm going to talk to them tomorrow and hopefully they'll accept Christ. went out there today and it was pouring down rain. I was like, today's the day. Lord, I know you're going to do this. And talked to him for like 10 minutes. And then I said, do you want to pray to accept Jesus? And he said, yeah, let's do it. And so we prayed the sinner's prayer, and he's now a Christian, and it's awesome.
At Modesto High, I was with the group that went to the local high school, and I just got to see them bond with all these students, and I got to watch the way that they worked, and it wasn't anything that they had planned out. It was just letting themselves be used by God, and for me it was very very inspiring and encouraging, and makes me want to go out and do the same thing.
Yesterday we went to the trailer park again, one that I've been to as long as 6 years ago, and right away I recognized a boy named Adam. I remember even 5-6 years ago that I had to break up a fight between him and another kid at our Bible club. And my heart broke for him. I never forgot about who he was. When I showed up, he pointed at me through the window of the vehicle and yelled out my name, Jared. Over these 6 years, he's remembered who I am, and I remembered him right away.
My name's Adam, and about when I was like 6 or 7, a few years back, when I met Jared, I used to think God was a folk, like a phony, but after the service, I really thought this is a good experience, that God did put me on this earth, and that there's no other way that we came here without God. And now Jared, he actually inspired me to believe in God. Now today, I think that it's all real. I think God put us on this earth because we actually have a purpose, that he wants us to know that we're his children. He gave his life for us. And God, like, Jared, I have to thank you thanks for putting God in me.
Yeah, man. Well, I love you, Adam. I'm so blessed to be in your life, and it's guys like Adam that make this trip to Modesto all worth it, and every year I think, we take a group of students down and do the best we can, but it's God that makes what we do turn into fruit that lasts. And so Adam's just one guy that we ran into as a great example of what Jesus can do through us, even when we have imperfect attempts. God can really use it. So love seeing what God's doing in your life, man. You got to keep following him.
Always, my friend.
Awesome. Every time you guys come out, we talk, meet new people, new friends. The excitement is very good.
I'm speaking for everybody in the park. We're very grateful what you're doing for us, and barbecues and plays and stuff like that, and talking about the Lord. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
We've got a number of adults that aren't even involved regularly in our high school ministry that came for the week to serve alongside of our students, and they are working incredibly hard. We have a couple moms that have come this week just to help and support the ministry that happens, and God's using them incredibly for the many students that throughout the week just need a mom's touch.
The adults come down, they miss a week of work, they take a week off of vacation. It costs them financially to come down here, but they come down here to be a role model to the students, to help oversee these work projects, and they give every bit as much to the ministry down here and to just the ministry of working with the students.
We've fixed some dry rot in roofs, painting projects, just things that just deferred maintenance on the building that just need to be done that they don't have the manpower or time to do. And it's a good work. It's one of those works where you're thrashed at the end of the day, but it's just a good feeling. You come away with so many more blessings than what you could ever give.
One of the big things we work with is the St. Leo's and the Tacoma Rescue Mission, and we'll go out there and we'll serve food, and people will come into the mission places, and we'll get into and we'll work with the kitchens, and we'll like prepare meals.
You don't see that many homeless people in Salem, and it's just really just like shocking to see how many homeless people walk through when you're serving them.
I was really surprised when I came here, and I knew that there'd be like homeless shelters and stuff, but just like at lunch, me and Anders were at the end of the line, so we counted how many people came through, and just at lunch in one day there were like 348 meals served, and it's crazy. It's good that there's that many people serving food, but it's crazy to see that like the magnitude of the poverty that's in this area. And after we serve the food too, we go and we sit with the people and pray with them, and so it's really cool to hear people's, I mean, it's not cool, it's really sad to hear people's stories, but so yeah, getting to know people I think has also been really encouraging.
I helped with an after-school program at Adams Square where we did a sort of VBS for them, and we also helped them with their homework.
Obviously the first need of families who come into a homeless shelter is housing, but housing isn't the only thing that they really need generally. They need support, they need resources. On the children's side, they need consistency, and they need positive, encouraging adults to just help them grow. We know that parents, when they come here, are facing a crisis, and they may not be able to give their kids what they would want to give them just because of their circumstances that they're in at the moment. So our role we see in the youth department is just to be encouraging adults, be consistent in their lives, provide them with some sort of stability, a routine, where they come here after school every day, we do homework, they get a snack, they get to play with their friends, and we do a fun activity. We also like to, just because a lot of kids may have moved from school to school because they haven't been in a stable situation, we like to really just help them focus on school, help them, show them that they can succeed academically. We are a Christian-based organization, and so having kids come in who embody those values and can really just be there for the kids and be good examples for the kids and lead them in fun activities that maybe they wouldn't have had a chance to try before is really important. I mean, yesterday we didn't even have a plan, and these like young people came in, threw together a plan in like 20 minutes, and it worked out great. And just the fact that there were so many of them, so eager to serve and so excited to hang out with the kids was really, really great to see.
A lot of people are really surprised that we're here on our spring break. It's not just like, you know, we're not getting paid to do this or anything, and we're giving up our break time from school to come here and, you know, work. So a lot of people are really shocked by that.
It's just like really cool to see a group of like 40 teenagers who like come and like spend all this time, and everybody's like really eager to serve and really eager to work. And when there's nothing to do, everybody's like, what can we do? Like, can we be working right now? And I think that that's just has been really cool to see so many people like have that eagerness to serve.
Right now we're painting the walls in the school, and we built like a fence before and a playground, and right now we're just kind of beautifying the church where we redid the bark desk, and we've planted flowers and trimmed all the bushes.
So Morning Star really has been a blessing to this community, and I thank God for them coming up to Tacoma. And they're good role models. They're showing that they mix with people, that they're friendly, they're good workers. And even today, I was looking at them fixing the playground out there and fixing the yard and putting the beauty bar. What a blessing to see for the other children in the neighborhood to see young people on a mission like this. And I tell you, we've been blessed by Morning Star and all of the staff that comes up with them. Good leadership. And so that's what Morning Star has been to us. It's a way to help us to help others. And we needed that help.
Most 8th grade trips are about getting kids prepared for mission trips farther away, teaching them how to serve. We go do street witnessing at malls and put on VBS.
Over the past year, I've been growing really closer to God, and I knew that I wanted to take what I've learned about God and just help other people.
We challenged the kids to write everyone else on the team an encouragement note. What it's doing is forcing them to sit down and really think about the rest of their team members, especially the ones they don't know as well, and articulate, like, what do I appreciate about this person, and really showing them that when they have to write notes for 35 other people, that it's not about them. They're not the only person on this team. It's a group effort, and we need to realize what everyone's contributing. We have them break up into different groups for outreaches. The kids just get to learn to rely on each other, and especially this trip, we're not telling them any of the schedule. We're letting them know as things go up, like, okay, we're leaving right now. Where are we going? You'll find out. And it's really about encouraging the kids to trust the leaders as much as they trust each other. Now, it seems like they're focusing much more on what they're doing in the moment. They're not worried about, like, okay, in 20 minutes we're going to be leaving to do this, or we're going to be doing this later. They're much more focused because it's the only thing that they know about right now. And they're really zoning in and are like, okay, well, we're here, let's do this, like with the VBS and everything.
Well, we get an occasional shower, but the biggest sacrifice is just giving up our own time and learning to not live for ourselves, but be there for the needs of others and for giving God glory.
I think when these trips are done for not just the students, but also for the leaders that go, there is an accumulative effect of this experience, and especially when they come home. One thing is, we hope that when students come home, that their relationship with their parents, their brothers and sisters, that would just change, because if you can't live out your faith at home, then no matter how many great things you accomplish on a missions trip, it needs to wear well at home. And so we would hope that when the kids come sort of down from the mountain of that great experience down to the valley floor of everyday life, that it would change them. Most of these kids look forward every year to going on a missions trip, whether it's Modesto or Tacoma or Seattle or Mexico or wherever. They want to go because they know it does something in them that they can't produce in any other way. And so, in terms of ministry, we have found over the years that we have been doing these trips, there is nothing that has been more effective to getting someone to follow Christ in a real way. Camps are awesome, retreats have their place, our normal services that we do throughout the week are impactful, but you find real life change happens when you spend the week when it's just not about you, and it's about helping, serving, giving of yourself, giving more than you really feel like you ever could, and that's when you begin to change. And part of it is just the discomfort, the trial. That's where we tend to grow as believers. So this trip in many ways is a difficulty for them, but a difficulty that draws them closer to one another, closer to Christ.